Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on the time you're watching this video. So I am going to be teaching you guys how to edit professionally using your phone. And the reason as to why I am making this video is because many of you have come up asking, like, hey, are you using a camera or are you using a phone? If it is a phone, what kind of phone are you using to film your videos? And the other thing is, how are you editing? Teach us how to edit your transitions because your videos are good. The sound, are you using sound or what? So I am here to tell you guys that I'm going to answer all those questions today. First and foremost, I am not using a camera. I am using a phone. And I remember telling you guys in one of my videos that I use my phone to do everything. When it comes to filming, when it comes to editing, when it comes to drafting anything, I use my phone because I don't have a camera. Secondly, I sit next to my camera so that my sound can be heard clearly. So as you can see, I can already touch my camera. That is how close I am to this phone. And when it comes to editing, sometimes I use Inshot and sometimes I use Capcut. That is why I have decided that I'm going to teach you how to edit using Inshot and Capcut. And you're going to see that difference at the end of the video. I do not want to waste a lot of your time, but I want to thank you so much for your feedback, whether you came through using YouTube or you called me or you emailed me or anything. I am here to say that thank you very much. I am so humbled and may God bless you for your feedback. If you already watched this video from the beginning, you might have realized that I already edited this one. So we are going to be using another clip so that we can start from beginning to end without any kind of interruption. And we are going to compare at the end of the video. Without wasting your time, let us head to the video.
So we are going to start with Inshot, and you are going to create your first video. The first thing you're going to start with is to import a photo which you're going to be using as your background. If you are going to cut off the original background, then you need to start with a photo as the background of that video that you're going to be making. So that is what I did first. I scaled it to the right canvas that is needed, and then after that we are going to be pressing pip and then importing, bringing in our video that we are going to be using. In this particular video, it's going to be a continuation of the video that we already watched earlier on. You'll then scale in the video to the size that you want, and it has to look as normal as possible. So after that, you're going to cut off that image so that you can get the original image that you imported earlier on as your background. This is how it is going to be looking like, and we are going to be looking at other features as it is cutting out the background. And I felt like we all know filters and adjustments. You can play around all those. I usually make sure I test all those filters and adjustments that you're seeing so that I can bring out almost close to the best video that I can bring out using my phone. So yes, you play around it and see if your video can bring out the brightness that it needs. If you don't like brightness, you can lower the brightness and you'll get the quality that you're looking for eventually. So after that, we are going to be looking at the animation or the transition. You go to animation and also click and use as many of those features as possible. You can use the loop, you can use the combo, try as many as possible. But also in this very feature, we are going to be denied to use some of them since we have not paid. We are using the free version of Inshot. So yes, as much as you're using the free version, you try as much as possible to get the kind of effect or transition that you want for your video, that speaks for your video. Now we are going to blur our background. You're going to go to the image, background, and then choose any kind, the percentage of blurring that you want. Zoom in that original image, and that is what you're going to get in the background of the image. You can then get rid of the original image and put it down, and that is what we have at the end of it all. So this is what we are going to be getting. And the next thing that I felt like sharing also is going to be our text. And when it comes to text, we are also going to be as creative as possible, my dear. We have to try to communicate whatever we want our video to be communicating. So I like using bright colors, but today I think I'll be going with the neutral colors, which is black and white. And just try to be as creative as possible. Even with animation, we are limited, but I am going to be using it in this video so that you can see what comes out in the end. But that is it from us. We are using the animation, we are using the text that we want. And now with Inshot, we need to remove the logo of Inshot. That is the one thing that many of us, sometimes I've seen videos that have the logo of Inshot. You just press on the star. After pressing on the star, it's going to give you two options and you select on removing for free. Sometimes they give you adverts, sometimes they don't, and then you export your video. Our second and last app of the day is going to be Capcut. You click on the app Capcut and then open it. You are going to start with the image. The images that I am selecting, I generated them from Capcut. So you can generate yours as well from Capcut, but you're going to notice that the backgrounds are different. This is what I'm selecting for Capcut. Adjust the size and the ratio, or the ratio to the right frame, the frame that you're going to be having your video uploaded in. That is what you're going to do. Capcut uses data, by the way. For those that do not know, Capcut uses data. There are some adjustments that will need you to have internet connections. Anyway, let us go back to what I was discussing. So in this case, if you want to blur the background as well, you will blur, but I decided that I want to go with it just like that. You will then click on overlay and select the video that you want to be using, and for our case it's the other video that I told you, which we're going to be using the comparison for Inshot. Select your video and then you can cut out if you want, but it's always easier to make adjustments before you can cut out. Sometimes apps are easier, other apps are hard. With Capcut, I feel like it's easier to make adjustments first, and that is what we are going to be doing. So you make adjustments and be creative as possible, like I told you also earlier on. Just be creative, play around all those features and see what works out for you. After all is said and done, we are then going to cut out our video. Yes, same case as what happened in Inshot, and what you're seeing in front of you, lady and gentleman, is what we came up with, you and I, of course. I am so grateful. That is our background. We cannot wait to see the end. Yeah, so this is what we are going to come up with. And last but not least, we are going to look at the text. This is also something that is very crucial to all of us. I know I have been telling you about this, but you need to be creative in all these features that you try and use. If you're going to use text, you need to also use animation or transitions on your text so that you can be creative. Just put your creativity on top and play around everything that you're doing with your video so that your viewers can appreciate what you're doing. You're not only educating them but entertaining them as well. So guys, that is it. Let us export and look at the final video.
So that is it from me, guys. I hope that you learned something out of this video. I hope that you practice on a daily basis, because practice makes perfect. I did not start in one day. I did not start in 2 weeks. I did not start in a month. I always had the passion to edit. I always had passion for editing, for making videos. My phone is not the best quality, but I am very sure that I can try, and I'm using the comparison of Capcut and Inshot. You tell me which one works for you in the comment section. And this is it from me. If you watched this video with the aim of making some corrections or practicing on your video editing, then here you go. Make use of it and May the Lord bless you in your journey of content creation or anything that you want to use that kind of editing for. And until next time, see you. Bye bye.